Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you subscribed and stayed. I thought I'd just carry on and do part 2 because A, it's too damn hot in this room to turn the fan off, so I can't get anything else done, and B, if I whiz through it and she does something, then I'll have to go back for it to be in context. Anyway, it's just easier to carry on, isn't it? So here we go with part 2 of this old live.
I like the pumpkin scents, but I just liked that strawberry pound cake, and I don't think they have any. I think it was a fall scent. So I don't know. I'm out of sorts, you guys.
Aww.
I know, I should really help you. I think it was your story that you told. That's why I feel guilty taking any money, but it would take time, to do that for you. Oh, that lychee and vetiver, yeah.
Whatever it is she's saying that she's not going to do because she feels bad because the person offered to pay her to do it, isn't because she feels bad because the person offered to pay her to do it. It's because she doesn't want to fucking do it, or she doesn't want to do it the way that the person that's going to pay her to do it wants her to do it. So do you see what she's doing? She's read what they asked, and I'm not fucking doing that. It's my way or the highway. But she can't say that to her because she's paying. She's offered to pay. Honestly, you're fucking twisted, laddie.
Love it. I'm out of sorts because of my family not Burke, but everyone else. My family is so awful. Gucci!
Stop fucking shouting at Gucci. Her family is so awful. Really. I thought you didn't have any family. I thought you were estranged from fucking everybody. So who are you having a go at now? And have you wondered why all your family are over there and you're over here on your own? Who's the problem, them or you?
We can't. Can you guys hear him licking? I have that really bad thing, whatever it's called, with licking and repetitive sounds. Stop! How can you tell a cat to stop licking?
How do you tell a dog to stop licking? How do you tell a dog to stop moving? Maybe if you've got a licking problem, you shouldn't have got fucking animals. Good job fucking Lizzie didn't make any noise, isn't it? Mind you killed him anyway, so...
I won't ever get the Veloop spa. It's too expensive. Oh, I did get the apple something hand soap, which I'm out of. And it's so good. It's so good. I used it as... Hang on, I'll show you.
Face wash, bum wash, window cleaner. Obviously not hand soap, because that's what it says on the bottle. And you're such a rebel, aren't you? You never do what it says.
And just incessant licking, and then there's a humping dog. Humping and licking and peeing and shitting. Humping, lick, and pee and shit, and humping, lick, and pee and shit.
And had you trained them and took them for walks, they wouldn't be shitting. Yet your fucking dingbat followers sit there, listen to all this bollocks, and think you take them on regular walks. How stupid are they?
But why don't I just get another animal? Go ahead, Lori, get another animal. You know you want one. Apples and brown sugar hand soap that I've had to add water to because it's... Oh my god, it smells so good. Oh, I can literally taste it. Mrs. Myers is expensive. I like when they have specials. So I was out of laundry pods and I had to do laundry. So I used the hand soap and I just pumped it into the little tray thingy. And my friend who does the Etsy listings is too busy to fix all her mistakes. I know I'm not busy. So why don't you, okay, I know you wrote me. Write me again and tell me, okay, you had suggested that I go in. I guess I should just go in. I'll do it tomorrow. How about that?
Yeah, of course you will. Whatever it is.
And I like this color. I thought it was iridescent, the liquid. This is Bath & Body Works. No, White Barn from Bath & Body Works. I don't know what the difference is. But it was iridescent. It had this beautiful glow. And Mermy, I forget your first name. You want to see the bags? This one I added this. This is what I am using for... Oh my gosh, you could use this mix of flavored. Such a cute little bag. I put this chain on and I did this. And then this one.
Such a cute little bag until you defaced it. If somebody's buying a fake Fendi, it means they can't afford a Fendi. But they'd like people to think that they can afford a Fendi. But it's not going to look like they can afford a Fendi if it's got a big fucking multicoloured chain chopped into the middle of the handle.
I'm sleepy.
How fucking bad are you? Really? She can't reach the back of the fucking settee. Isn't this a time now to stop eating? But you didn't. You just kept going and going and going.
I love this bag. I've used it like twice. Anything you see behind me is always for sale. And then I have all these cute... I want to show you this too. Wait, hold on. I know, they're healing really nice.
Didn't last though, did they?
So I don't know if you guys saw, but I made these leather bracelets, and I've sold all but one. They have a toggle and a clasp, and they're leather, and they're gorgeous. So,
Of course they are.
no, well, cats like to clean themselves. So you can do it as a toggle, or this is also, so you can just kind of slip it on there. And beautiful leather, and that's what it looks like. The chain is gorgeous, and of course, that. Can you guys read what that says? Oh, that's gorgeous.
So more fake shite. You trying to pass it off as a Chanel bracelet when you put it on your Etsy store. So some poor unfortunate had paid the $80 or whatever such crap you were asking for it, thinking they were getting a deal. And then of course there's no returns to, what is it? Oh, what is it again? Creative Crap Designs by Laurie Beth 428 or whatever the fuck you're calling it.
So I have one left to sell. Then I have one without the toggle. This one is one that I made out of a totally different chain, but I love it because it's got that, it's got a lot of jingle. Oh, thank you, Aline. Thanks, girl. Thanks. Thank you, Kathy, for saying that. And then look at these cute, like, I mean, I'm obviously copying HRH, like, I'm copying her because she copied Chanel, so there's no original.
You're copying her because you're pissed off that she's made a fucking career out of her stuff and sells decent stuff and makes a living from it and lives in a posh house and buys posh stuff and has all designer goods, and you fucking hate her for it. So you think by copying her it's fair.
No idea. Like, people don't really have original ideas. They get inspiration from things. So here's my bag. These aren't bag chains. They're keychains. And this one has this really cool big clasp, and it's neon highlighter yellow. And then I put a gunmetal clasp there, and I don't charge anywhere near what she does. Then I have this one also.
Because it's nowhere near as good as the one she has, probably. And like you said, you don't agree with fucking packaging. You just throw yours into a reused fucking envelope that you got dog food in or whatever, and you just throw it in there and throw sellotape around it. No thought goes into it at all. And you keep saying nobody cares about packaging. Yes, they do.
Highlighter yellow, but with a painted clasp in turquoise. Ellie, email me. I only have one left, and I'm not asking a lot. Well, I mean, that's all relative, but I don't want to say the price on here because, to be honest, I charge everybody a different price. So if I know you, I'm not going to charge you as much. If you buy more than one thing from me, I'm going to always discount. And I usually let people set their price for the.
See, that's the thing. This is what she does. Email me and make an offer. So if they offer twice what you would have sold it for, you say yes please and you take it and you don't tell them. I charge friends less. How do we know when you never say what the price is? If you get more than one, I always apply a discount. What discount? To what? How much? How do we know if we don't know what the fucking price of it is? How stupid are your fucking subscribers, really? That they fall for this bollocks.
These bracelets I haven't, but I usually let people set their price. Like, so if you want a bag, I say, make me an offer. Oh, right, Carolyn. I know. Okay, this is what I need to do. I need to load up. But I see, when I sell to you, you'll know. I'm selling now. Like, I'm selling now. Okay, I'm showing you things to buy. I love this white one with the gold and then the blue. think you could probably wear it as a bracelet. Let me just see. No, it's a little bit small, but I just love it. You put your keys there and walk around like that. And you can hook this onto your bag or inside your bag or your wallet. Then I've got the smoky color, and this one just has 2 of these rings. And then this one is also smoky, and it's got the gold clasp. And they're so much less expensive than, because they're plastic chain. Now this one is the, not unicorn snot, but it's got.
They're so much less expensive because they're just plastic chains. Said that very quietly though, didn't you? So HRH's is more expensive because it's better quality. Is that what you're saying?
Can you see? Oh, it's so pretty. So I like it with the silver and the blue. And then I have it with the, yes, it's ll42863@yahoo.com. These are all keychains. I just think they're really fun. Here, I'll put my email. Oops. And my email is always under all my videos. In the description, it's like for business inquiries, contact. And I love this milky thing. I got this at the first store. I bet it's part of a set, but it was just on sale just by itself. So the keychain I use, let me go get it. My hand's so soft from that jerky, I just want to say. Where did I put it? Where did I put it?
Why do you always talk when I'm talking?
Also highlighter yellow, but with a painted clasp
Can we go up
in turquoise. Ellie, email me. I only have one left.
Now we've got used
and I'm not
to,
asking a lot. Well, I'm not going to say pricing because, to be honest, I charge everybody a different price. So if I know you, I'm not going to charge you as much. If you buy more than one thing from me, I'm going to always discount. And I usually let people set their price. These prices I haven't, but I do let people set their price. So if you want to bag, I say, make me an offer. Oh, right, Caroline. I know. Okay, this is what I need to do. I need to load up. See, when I sell to you, you know, I'm selling out. I'm selling out. Okay, I'm showing you things that I love this white one, the gold and the blue. I think I wear this recently, just see. No, it's a little bit small, but I just let it, you put the keys there and walk around like that. You can hook this onto your bag or inside your bag or your wallet. And I got the smoky color, and this one just has 2 of these rings. And then this one is also smoky and it's got the gold clasp. And they're so much less expensive than, because they're plastic. Now this one is the, not unicorn snot, but it's got, can you see? Oh, so pretty. I like it with the silver and the blue. And I have it with the, yes, it's ll42863@yahoo.com. These are all keychains. I think they're really fun. Here, I'll put my email. Oops. And my email is always under all my videos. In the description, it's like for business inquiries, contact. And then, I love this milky thing. I got this at the first store. I bet it's part of a set, but it was just on sale just by itself. So, the keychain I use, let me go get it. My hands are so soft from that jergens, just want to say. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Yeah.
If it's the one you use, isn't it in your bag? Or connected to your keys? Because that was the point of it, wasn't it? So you don't know where your bag or your keys are in that tiny 1-bed apartment.
So this is the one that I'm using. And it's gold, and then it's matte. This is all matte. And I find it so easy in my bag. Landry Rain, I don't know what you're referring to. I like your bracelets a lot. Thank you just checking. I don't find that at all to be true. I don't know what you're referring to, but well, I hope not. I feel bad. She's tortured. Oh, Megan, I was supposed to mail them out, and I didn't because I was waiting for one more person to pay for theirs, and then I was going to do it all at once because I hate going to the post office.
We know.
I'll mail it out one day. I'm so bad. Yeah, I feel bad for her, to be honest. I think she's very unhappy. She's a very, very tortured person.
Who are we on about now?
Ella, it's not okay. She's a YouTuber. It's not okay. I'm really lazy. Sometimes when it comes to sending things out, sometimes I do it the very next day and I'm so proud of myself. And other times I have all intentions of going to the post office and then something happens in my family with my shitty family. Not Burke. I have evil people.
Your shitty family. I wonder what they call you. I might drop your uncle a line and ask him, what do the rest of the family call Laurie behind her back?
People. I have such terrible people in my family, I can't even tell you.
But you're gonna.
Like Burke lost his father. His father gave up. I'm not going to say his name.
We know his
His father gave up on
name.
him. Said to me, he's all yours. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to cry.
No.
After I invited him here for Thanksgiving. And Burke can be difficult, but
Oh, is this the one? Is this the one we've been waiting for? Where she throws Goonie under the bus and lies through her fucking teeth about him because he didn't want to get cornered and screwed into signing for a loan that no one would ever pay back and he'd be lumbered with it. Is this the one I've been looking for, shall we see? Could be.
to give up on your child. It must hurt him somewhere in his, like, Burke hates him, but it must hurt, because I know it hurts me about my mother and my father. I know.
Turn on the cry.
I mean, I understand both sides. I feel bad for both sides. I feel bad for his dad because Burke never gave him a single thing. But there was a reason for that, you know? Yeah, he's not gonna see him or talk to him anymore. I so don't want to cry. And then my mother claims that she moved back to Boston and told us, or Burke, where she's living at wherever, apartment number whatever, in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I looked it up, and that unit is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. So there, she's lying.
Like, you never lie about anything ever, do you?
Hi, Marie Diana. I just have really shitty people in my life.
But I don't want to
I
cry.
don't know how he could do that to him either. He wouldn't. We needed a co-signer for him to be able to register for classes, and he wouldn't do it because Burke has never called him and hasn't paid much attention and doesn't like him. And some of you already know because I wrote to so many people. Like, I wrote to him. I feel bad for both of you. This is going to hurt.
Oh, here we go. Strap yourself in, folks, if you haven't seen this one before. I don't want to cry. Where are my tissues? I need to get ready for this because this is just so sad.
Him so much that you won't step up and help him for college, and you don't even need to pay. He says it's not about signing stupid papers. It's about him never changed. I did try all his life.
This needs to be at normal speed. Far too important to whiz by. Shall we start again?
I so don't want to cry. And then my mother claims that she moved back to Boston and told us, or Burke, where she's living at wherever, apartment number whatever, in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I looked it up, and that unit is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. So there, she's lying. Hi, Marie Diana. I just have really shitty people in my life. I don't know how he could do that to him either. He wouldn't. We needed a co-signer for him to be able to register for classes, and he wouldn't do it because Burke has never called him and hasn't paid much attention and doesn't like him. And
Well, you're just saying it there, aren't you? Burke has had nothing to do with him until he wants money. And you wonder why Goonie said no.
some of you already know because I wrote to so many people.
This is what she does, folks. If she ever gets hold of an email address or a text number, as soon as something goes wrong in her day, there she is, texting and bawling down the phone at people. And then if you don't answer her instantly and say whatever it is she expects you to say, then she bins you off. She's a lovely friend, really.
Like, I wrote him, I feel bad for both of you. This is going to hurt him so much that you won't step up and help him for college, and you don't even need to pay. He says it's not about signing stupid papers. It's about him never changed. I did try all his life. I was so sick, dying, he laughed. He didn't even want to help carry my stuff. It hurts. So I said, oh, he wouldn't even walk behind me after I had knee surgery. He didn't help at all. So he says,
It's not about you. Goonie's telling you why he feels the way he feels, and you have to say, oh yeah, it happened to me as well. Me.
I'm done trying. I said, I agree, it hurts. He doesn't care. You can't give up on your child. He says, you always wanted to have him. Go ahead, have him. And he says,
there you go. That's what she wanted out of the relationship. He stayed about until she got what she wanted, and then he went. What does that tell you? And he tried with Burke. He visited, he'd done all sorts. So if you can't get Goonie to do anything for your son, look at yourself, because you're the one that's poured poison in Burke's ears growing up about his dad. That's why he doesn't like him.
As well, he gave up on me. I said, no, I always wanted him to have a father. I said, he gave up on me as well. Then he says, I'm just the result of that. Have him. I said, I want him to have a father that cares. He says, he is all yours. I am, but never got awarded. Not even a single call in years. And I said, and you take no responsibility for that? It's all Burke's fault or my fault? He says, I made attempts to come to California. I try. One time he came to Boston for 15 days. I wrote, you need to keep trying. You can't give up on your child. That says more about you than it does about him. Then he left. He didn't.
Does it really?
See me. Did you think I forgot? And so Ling, I wrote, this is not about you. It's about him. So then he writes, me time. And I said, when you have a child, it's never me time. Him and you, I mean his English, you know. Him and you should know, one single call, years, I could be dead. He will find out from government sources. I don't think he would be sad for a second. Bella's drinking. And I had written, and I said, he says, wait, let me go back. Can you guys not write for a second? Yeah, I wrote.
Sit with your hands on your heads, people. No intermingly talking thing in the chat. That's not allowed. And listen to her weave this story that's supposed to make Goonie look bad, and all it does is make her and Burke look bad.
Wrote me. Wait, can you guys not talk so I can go back and read everything? He claims, his father, that he has learned helplessness.
Yep.
I don't know, he found it somewhere, Google, whatever.
Pommy.
Wait, this pages.
Yeah, wait while she cuts out the bits that she doesn't want you to hear, and just tells you the bits that she does want you to hear, and thinks that it makes Gunga look bad when it doesn't. It's like Sensi all over again when she sent them a load of fucking videos of her being a twat, trying to say, look what people are putting up on the internet, when it was her. They just went, oh shit, we didn't know about that one. Oh, there's another. Oh, fuck that, you're gone.
So I had invited him here for Thanksgiving.
You'd invited him there for Thanksgiving so that you could do the 2 pincer attack, you and Burke, and try and get him to sign the paperwork. That's why you invited him. And Gunga is not stupid. He figured that out.
And he booked the flight. He had that. Hey, November 25th through the 30th, I found a good price. Should I come? So I said, yes, perfect. Sorry. Then I said, Burke is in a meeting and can't call you. He just texted me and asked me to co-sign for a loan, which I tried and I was denied. Can you please try and see if you can co-sign? You won't have to pay for it. I will. Then he says,
you won't have to pay for it. I will. How? How are you going to pay for it when you did a video saying that your mother stole all of Burke's money and you needed a GoFundMe for him because you couldn't afford to pay for it? So which is it? You can afford it or you can't afford it?
recently applied for a credit card for $2,500. I was denied. I have bankruptcy. I said, this is different. I said, can you at least try? It's not a loan for you. It's a loan for him that you don't have to pay back, just a cosigner, because I'm paying it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and besides, I'm very upset with Burke. I said, I understand you're upset with him, but this is college and I'm going to pay the loan.
Yeah. What about that video I did when you were doing your East 17 impersonation in your bedroom with your big pink bobble hat? Mind you, didn't have a bobble on it, did it? Your big pink beanie. where you were going on about, what was it, something dar, did you know what it was? And he was signing for his own fucking loan. So, at what point did you ever say you were going to pay for him? Lie, lie, and lie again. But, as I keep saying, Lardy, you need a good memory. You need to remember the previous lies you've told before you start telling new lies and tripping yourself up.
Then he says, I'm even thinking not to come, and I'm serious. I said, but even if you're upset with him, you won't at least co-sign his loan so he can register for classes you won't have to pay. I'm going to pay it. And he goes, Lori, stop.
See, she thinks that's making him look bad. She doesn't get it. You going, but, can't you sign it? Can't you do it? Can't you do it? It's not for him, it's for the... Can't you be your father? No. He doesn't want to hear it. He's sick of fucking listening to you. He's sick of you only ever being in contact with him when you want something from him. And you're just proving the point, showing that. He's saying stop because you don't know when to stop. You just keep going and going and going and going, and that's what you think will do. It'll wear people down in the end. And it did with your mother for a long time, but she clued up and left. Now Gungur has. This is what you do. This is what all narcs do. And then they claim it was nothing to do with them. They don't understand why all these people are being so mean. Fuck's sake.
You're doing the same thing again and again. Enough.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yes, because he's been working so hard and he needs to register for classes. So what should I do? I just don't understand. I'm not asking you to take a loan. He goes, you never gonna get it. Why would I bother to explain? So stop. I said, I'm sorry, I don't understand. So are you not coming either? He goes, I bought a ticket, spent $337, but I can tell that you guys are going to be awesome to me. I said, I'm always awesome to you. What are you talking about? Smiley face. I'm tired of him never calls me. I chase him all his life. He never cares about me. Never. I said, maybe he feels that you don't care about him. Then the way he talks to me. So I said, and he's the child. He talks that way to me as well, but I won't give up on him. I feel it's my responsibility as his parent to help him through college. He said, all my life, I asked his time to you and to him. I said, he's the same way with me. He goes, yeah, he's 21.
And what he doesn't need to hear every time he says he's got a concern is you saying, yeah, he does the same to me, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's really rude and he doesn't do anything I ask him and no, but I still want you to pay for his college. Why? As far as I can make out from people I've spoken to, lots of Americans put themselves through college. They do college and work. And it wasn't like he was going to be a doctor or anything. He was doing acting classes. So he needs to get used to waitering, doesn't he?
So he said, I waited enough. I said, I know he's 21, but he's in college, and college is most important. And he goes, it's not about signing anything. I said, and he's a very immature 21-year-old. He says, it comes out, about what it is. So he means I know about what it is. I waited that maybe he can learn to be respectful to me, or maybe one call in a year, nothing. I wrote, it's not like he's asking for a loan for something fun like a car. This is college. No matter what he does or how he acts, I would never not try my best for him to continue school, even if he's an asshole to me. He says, I'm not even reading your messages. You're too fast, too long. I said, well, can you please read them? So then he writes, blah, blah, blah. So I said, I'm not really sure what to say. I invited you to come here for Thanksgiving and stay at my place because I think of you as family. Saying blah, blah, blah to me is very disrespectful. I'm not talking to you that way. He goes, okay, I'm always respectful to you, but I see you don't see.
No, you don't.
I said, well, I guess through text it's coming across when you said, I'm not even reading what you wrote. I do see. I understand. I'm telling you, he is the same way with me. And he said, because too long messages. I said, okay, do you want to talk? Then he says, we always fight. I said, oh my God, I'm not fighting with you at all. You are reading this wrong. He said, even when I was injured and I still moved your furniture at night. So now I'm disrespectful to you. Okay, so I thanked him for moving my furniture. He knew he was going to have to move furniture. He offered to do it, and I took him up on it. I also took him out for dinner. He slept on the sofa. I mean, I didn't have a bed. Burke slept in my bed with me. I cooked.
Burke slept in your bed with you when you did a live and said, the haters tell lies about me. They say that I shared a bed with Burke. That's a total lie. So which is it? Did you share the bed with Burke or did you not? And you think letting him sleep on your settee and buying him dinner is payment for him moving you when you've just spent $800 and got coffee and tipped everyone $80 apparently? So why could you not tip Gungo?
I mean, he knew what it was, so saying blah, 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 yes, that was disrespectful. I also took care of him after he had gallbladder surgery. Like, I'm his ex-wife, and I had him come to my place in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you had him come to your place in Brookline with his tablets for his aftercare when he had his gallbladder operation that you helped yourself to, allegedly. Don't come for me.
Brookline. Both of you, I'm upset, very upset. I said, and I appreciate you moving me out of the goodness of your heart. I was so appreciative. I cried when you left, and then I invited you back. Never works with you guys, never. See, because when people get divorced when a child is young, the father always looks at the divorce not as the mother, but as the mother and child. You divorce the mother and child. My father.
You're putting that on Gungo because that's what your father did. You've got resentment issues. So you never wanted Burke and Gungo to have a relationship. You were the big fucking doorstop in the middle of the two of them. And he knows that. And you know he knows that. And you're pretending that you don't understand what he's talking about.
My father did the same thing.
Yeah, my father did.
You know what? Better if I don't come, because the BS I'm going to get from you guys. Never, never. Every time I come to see Burke, he was not respectful, never wanted me, and did tell me. It's like me trying all the time. Got to stop that. I said, I feel the same way about him. He's very disrespectful to me. So then he says, he's 21, not a kid anymore. I said, like, he's rude to me. So he says, I did try hard. I'm sad every time thinking about it. I said, I don't want you to be sad. That is why I invited you. I thought it would be a nice family thing. He says, I'm genuinely sad that he never, ever showed any sign or getting better. That's sad. I know. I do the same. I think the same every time I come. Family, think. But I'm sad every time. And he wrote it like that. You're right, Kathy.
Oh,
I said, are you sad?
Is Kathy allowed to talk in the chat even though you've told everyone to shut up? Way to go, Kathy.
With me as well. I thought we've been nothing but nice. Then he writes, learned helplessness. I said, what does that mean? And then he Googled it. I don't really give a shit. I'm not going into that.
Yeah, you're not going to look at it because you know it's true.
I said, are you saying that you have learned helplessness or I do? Can we please quickly talk on the phone? He says, I can't. I said, I'm very, very, very upset that you are so sad. He says, because I know you're going to make me feel sad. I'm sad that I'm giving up. Sorry, I am. It's strong, like I may be. I said, this is breaking my heart. I'm here for you. I'm not going to make you feel sad. I'm going to try and make you feel better. Please talk to me. He says, never worked. I said, you can't give up. He says, I'm not strong. I try all his life. Bad, bad. Always some kind of drama, sadness. I said, I hate to tell you this, but that is life.
Ah, no, but it isn't. So you're just repeating what happened to you as a kid and all the stupid ideas you have in your head about your father not having anything to do with you, you've put onto Burke and Gungar when you should have left them be, but you couldn't do that. When you should have made a point of telling Burke to ring his dad for Father's Day and his birthday and Christmas or fucking whatever it is you celebrate. And then Gungar would have phoned Burke. If you'd set a time every Saturday at X o'clock, 1 week we'll phone you, the next week you can phone us. But no, that would mean you actually putting some effort into your son's relationship with his dad, and you couldn't possibly do that, could you?
He says, I'm thinking of not to talk ever. Maybe that is better. I said, to give up on your son? He says, right. It should not be sad all the time. Well, what did he do? And then I wrote, my father gave up on me. And he
There
says,
we go. Me. Just because your father gave up on you, that has nothing to do with Burke and Goonie. You're the one that made it the same. Do you not see this?
maybe you didn't try 1%.
Well said, Goonie.
I said, I grew up never feeling love from my father or mother. Smiley face. I said, it's not up to the child to try, it's the parent. A child doesn't love their parent unconditionally. It's the other way around. Except for the guy that I was going to date. His mother's all he has.
What a twat.
I said, a child owes their parent nothing. He says, so you don't see, maybe it has something to do with the way you think about it, that you have to change. Blah, blah. I don't want too much. I said, I don't know. I just know that it is ingrained in me to always support him and help him. Yeah, Kathy, why are you doing that? Thank you, Tay-Tay.
See, 1 minute you're saying, yeah, you're right, Kathy, and now you're having a go at Kathy. Poor woman.
So he says, I want recognition. Do you understand? And I said, my support, my recognition, my love, my health, etc., that I give to him is not based on what I get in return. He says, you see, you still don't get it. I said, I get nothing in return, not a birthday present or Mother's Day. I mean, I do, but you know. Then he says, so why we still? I said, I do. I get it. I get everything you're saying. I'm just telling you how I feel. It's not all about you. It's also about me, how I feel. Oh, don't retract things. It's weird. Thanks, Shelley, for saying that. He says, I'm tired of this, all this. You had him all his life. I didn't. That's how he wrote it. So 21, I said, I feel bad for both of you. This is going to hurt him so much. Wait, I was looking for. Then he left. Okay. Oh, here. Then he left, didn't see me. Did you think I forgot? I said, all I hear you saying is me. You're
All I hear is you saying me. That's a laugh coming from you, who every time he says something, you say, yeah, me too. He does it to me.
ego is huge. He goes, okay, me. I said, this is not about you. It's about him. Me time. Okay. Then he goes, so then I got somebody to co-sign the loan, a friend. I said, just thought I'd let you know, one of my friends co-signed his loan and saved our son's college education. She has 2 bankruptcies, but they approved her, so your loan would have gotten approved as well. He says, good, you prove your point. You prove your points and win again. Congratulations, you're never going to get it. That's fine. That's the end. And then Burke said, send me what he wrote. And I said, are you sure? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a...
Burke said, send me what he wrote, because you phoned Burke crying down the phone, I've had a terrible row with your father. So he said, let me see what he said. Or you just sent it and didn't ask. Because you're looking down again. Liar.
complete breakdown over it.
See? She had a complete breakdown over it. Fucking hell. Can this woman not adult at all? For anything, at any point or any time? You had a breakdown over it, so you rang your son crying about what his father said, to the point where you kept saying, obviously, oh, you need to see what he said, so Burke said send it to me. When by rights, Burke shouldn't even have been included in this conversation with you and Gungur. That was your argument. Just because you saw a sign on the table from your father that you reckon your mother left out deliberately, no, I reckon you went nosing through the paperwork in her room and it says father does not want to do whatever with the child. You've held, I've forgotten what I was saying now, but you've held that forever and ever and ever and ever. So you've made fucking history repeat itself with fucking Burke, when you know that Burke shouldn't see what Gungur wrote because you didn't like what your father wrote. I was having a breakdown. When are you not having a fucking breakdown? But you're an oak tree and a warrior, whatever.
He is a selfish man child. He doesn't have any more health issues. The thing is, he gave up on his own life. He gives up. He's 50 years old. He doesn't have a job. He'll stay in his condo for the rest of his life, never decide to sell it or to get something else, never has aspirations for anything, never.
He'll stay in his condo for the rest of his life, but it's his, isn't it? He hasn't got a job. Neither of you. He hasn't any aspirations. Neither do you. Why can she not see this? What the fuck?
Like, why isn't he working?
Why aren't you?
Why isn't he working? I'm disabled. I'm working. I am still working.
Whatever.
I've never not worked in some capacity.
Oh, that's the tagline, is it? In some capacity. So putting a dingle dangle on a bit of chain is working. Sitting in front of a camera and eating your dinner like you would be anyway and talking to people, that's working. Your idea of work is so fucking skewed. Look at that. Little Miss Hard fucking Dundee.
I don't give a shit. I'm depressed too. I have clinical depression. So like, okay, so he's depressed.
What else do you have? Let's have the list, shall we? Depression, bipolar, Epstein-Barr, fibromyalgia, arthritis, idolitis.
You know why? Because he became complacent. And you cannot, in this life, become complacent or you will shrivel up and die inside while you live. This is why lots of people who retire go back to work. This is why people in nursing homes or people in hospitals die faster than when you're at home. Yes, Marie Diana. He doesn't believe in love, and he tells his son this.
When does he tell his son that? I thought they didn't talk. I'm going to go back up to double speed now she's done reading the text, because it wouldn't have made sense if I whizzed through that bit.
And Burke told me, lie down, lie down, lie down. Burke told me, so after he moved us here, me here, he went back to my apartment in California. And Burke went and lived with his friend. Bella, go lie down. You were on the bed so close. You're just going to walk around aimlessly. I can't take it. I can't take it.
Really? Leave the fucking dog alone. Let her stretch her legs and walk around. What is the fucking problem with Bella moving?
So they drove back to California. And Burke went, like, stuff happened that Burke was upset with him. And Burke went to his friend's house. So we had left Burke's bed in the apartment. But I had the electricity turned off. I had the TV, nothing. And maybe the electricity wasn't. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I had it turned off. And he went back and slept in Burke's bed for several days. And finally just, like, left. And Burke just told me, he said, you know what? I was truly disgusted when he went.
Did Burke really say that? Did Gungo really stay there? Why did you leave shit in the apartment that you were leaving? Oh, because you did a moonlight flit. Whatever.
Back and stayed in an empty apartment with nothing, sleeping on my bed for 3 days. Like, because it's like gross. Okay, lie down, lie down. Bella, lie down. Lie down, lie down. Lie down, lie down. Lie down. She's like, Bella, please lie down, just go sleep. Like, you're old, you should be resting. No. No, lie down, lie down. She's wagging her tail. Lie down, Bella, Bella, yoo-hoo.
She's wagging her tail because she's happy because she's up walking around getting some exercise. Leave her the fuck alone.
But she's going to get up and just walk and then not be able to find her bed. Everyone thinks I'm mean because I yell at Bella. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter the reasons. It's still happening to my son. My mother, who is angry with me, is taking things out on my son to hurt me. So now Burke lost me, my mother and his father. My mother hasn't given him anything in years, not even a card or birthday present or anything. Burke doesn't care as much as I do. Like, I was already planning, like, I liked having him come here. I had fun with him. So I was like planning on, okay, we'll go, we'll visit Burke, he'll see his dorm, maybe he'll want to help that way. Then we can go to this restaurant that I always see people at. And
yeah, we can go with Burke to his dorm and say, see, don't you want your son to have all this and have an education? Da 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 da. Guilt trip, guilt trip, guilt trip. Fair play, Gungo. You went no contact and there hasn't been a peep out of him since. Well done, you.
Because I was always trying to get Burke to have a family.
It's your fucking fault that he doesn't.
So even though Burke says, I don't give a shit, I hate him, I don't care, it's going to have, it's damaged. This whole thing is damaging to him. And this isn't the first time this has happened.
You make it damaging to him. You make a big deal out of nothing. You're the one that says, oh, he doesn't care about it, but I know it must hurt him deeply. Oh, Burke, this must get to you that your father hates you and wants nothing to do with you. Are you sure that this doesn't hurt you, Burke, that all the family have turned their back on you? Really?
It's not even that my mother doesn't send it. My mother tries to lift his hopes up saying, I'll help you with college because she's got the money that I gave her. And then she said, but we need a judge to settle this whole thing and you can have paper served to me. And she gives me, Burke, the address, and it's bogus. He does care because I know he went to a therapist and he told me that he cried when he talked about how his father just, in 4th grade, he was with his father at the mall. And Burke said, I'm Jewish. And his father said, no, you're not. And he drove 100 miles an hour and dumped him off at my house and didn't see him for 3.5 years. And I got him a big brother from Jewish Big Brother. Thank you, Marie Diane.
Are you sure that's exactly what happened? He drove at 100 miles an hour because Burke said I'm Jewish and threw him on the doorstep. Is that what really happened? Really?
Anna, for my coffee tomorrow. Thank you so much. And Burke was like, this was the end of 4th grade. Burke was like, I just hadn't said I was Jewish. And that's when I told him. I said, Burke, it's not your fault. Your dad doesn't know how to be a good dad. It is not your fault.
See? Yeah, tell Burke it's not your fault, but you don't say your dad doesn't know how to be a good dad. You say something along the lines of, I'm sorry that he did that to you. He was obviously having a bad day. You and him in a couple of weeks maybe have a sit down and a chat and work it out. No. Oh, poison. Drip, poison into his ear. Drip, 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 drip. Until he wants nothing to do with him. And then you can blame him. Because you're never wrong. And you never do anything like that. You would never, would you, Lardy?
I have made peace with my father. My father also didn't want to support me because I remember somehow my mother left on the kitchen table the divorce papers that says father does not want to pay for minor child so that I could read it.
Here we go. No! Wherever she left the papers, you weren't supposed to read it, but you're a nosy little fuck, aren't you?
It was a passive-aggressive move from my narcissistic mother.
Whatever.
My mother is so cruel.
That woman that took you to lunch at Bloomingdale's every fucking day and took you on 103 cruises and paid for everything and raised Burke. That narcissist. Okay.
I feel guilty that I brought a child into this horrendous family. And then Burke says, I don't want to be like him. And I said, then you won't be like him. You don't want to be like that kind of dad? Then you'll be a better dad. My mother didn't spend it. Why do you think that? Like, why say that? How would you even know that my mother spent it? I'm telling you.
Because how would you know? You don't know either if there ever even was any money. You have no clue. She might have gone out into the back garden, set fucking light to it. How do you know? You don't even know where she's living, you just said.
It's not gone. That my mother didn't spend it. What a foolish thing to say, like you know. Karen Gunger's father recently passed away, but no, he didn't. Like his parents, I loved his parents, but they never called, they never did anything for Gungar. They never did anything. You know, they didn't have the money to do things, but they also never, ever, ever called Burke. And one could say, oh, it's because they didn't speak the language. But okay, so you can't send a card to your grandchild? So Gungar didn't learn how to be a father, but lots of people, but I also didn't learn how to be a mother because I'm not like my mother.
Yeah, we know you're not like your mother. All the time we watch you, you're absolutely nothing like your mother.
I just hate it when people say that she spent all the money. That's like sensationalist. That's a sensationalist comment, Lulu. Because the fact is, you have no idea. You have no idea, right? Don't you think I have more of an idea?
No.
Of my mother's finances and my finances and how it all works and everything? It's just, I'm sorry. I'm not, I know you're a regular, but I just hate that. I hate when people say shit like that, like they know. And again, what is the point in saying that? So let's say that is the case. Let's say you know. Why, or you have a feeling. What is the point in saying that? So that I just give up? I'll never give up. I will never give up.
That's exactly what Gungar was saying.
Hi, Lindsay. Yes, you'll have to catch up. There's a lot. You'll have to catch up. I'm sorry, Lulu. It's just really upset me. I think all your money's gone. Mom spent it. Okay. I think the sky tomorrow is going to be red. Just a feeling. Maybe that would have been better asked as a question. Lori, do you think all the money's gone? Do you think your mother spent it? That would have been a pill I could swallow.
No, because you'd have given out at that as well. How dare you ask me that? Why are you asking me that? What do you want me to say to that question?
But you can't possibly have an opinion. This isn't an opinion. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we can have opinions. My opinion is that you're an unlikable. That's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have that. As much as she's allowed to think, oh, maybe your mum spent the money. I hope she did, if there ever was any fucking money to give you.
100%. The money is not gone. My mother does not use the principal, ever, ever, ever. She didn't pay rent for a year. She has an extra $32,000 to just stay at hotels. She doesn't have to pay for, it's a little bit of food. She doesn't have to pay for water or electricity or parking, anything.
That you have to.
That's not an opinion. Like, an opinion is, how can you have an opinion on something that you don't know about somebody's life, you know? You mean that was a thought that you had?
Whatever.
So, perhaps it should have been.
So now we're arguing semantics, are we? And yet they keep coming back to your channel and listening to your bollocks. They're as fucking twisted as you are.
I know, I get it. So you were trying to save me from hoping the money, but I know that the money is there. And even if the money is there, my mother could leave it to, she could take me out of the will and leave it to someone else, you know? I'm not banking on the money. I'm not waiting for the money. It's so freeing. I don't care. I'll figure out a way without her help and without her money.
At 59. Whoa, way to go, you. You're such a big, brave girl. You'll figure it out. Just before you retire from doing nothing.
My money. Burke's money. Like, once you give that up. So Burke kind of did it with Gungar. He was like, you're too nice. You're being too nice. And I said, well, I was trying to be nice because my goal was to get him to co-sign a loan that I was going to pay. So yeah, I'm not going to be mean to him. Oh, there's a fuzz somewhere stuck to my nose. So I'm not going to be mean to him. I'm trying to get something from him. I'm trying to appeal to his softer side. When I want to dig the knife in and twist it, oh, you will know. I'm holding.
See what she's saying? It was all an act. She was reeling him in to get him to sign, and then she was going to leave him holding the fucking loan paybacks. Oh, I never said I'd pay it back. Is that what you think I said, Gungar? No, I never said that. How could I pay it back? I don't have any money to pay it back. You don't? Well, tough, you signed.
Holding that one. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping that checkmate. I don't talk to my mother. I have no idea where she is. Burke has written her. My mother is a classic narcissist.
Yeah.
Manipulator, mindfuck, you name it. So anyway, so yeah, I was being nice to Gungar because I also do feel bad for him because Burke has been a shitty son to him. Yes, but which came first, the chicken or the egg? Perhaps if his father had not done that when he was in 4th grade and left him like that for 3.5 years over nothing, Burke wouldn't have hate towards him. But he does, so he doesn't give to his father, and he understands. Gungar has tried. Gungar has tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. But the one thing he's never done is said, I'm sorry. Burke, I just want to tell you those 3.5 years that I didn't see you, those important 3.5 years, they were when, preteen, the whole thing. And to make it worse, Gungar was friends with one of Burke's friends' fathers. So Gungar didn't see Burke, but the friend would say, oh, your dad came over this weekend. Do you know how that killed me? That somebody did that to my poor baby?
Me. How that killed me. Not how it affected Burke. And if you found out that was going on, I bet you told Burke as well, didn't you? You're waster of a father's doing this, that and the other.
Like, oh, I'm over it, Lulu. Thank you for, accepting, letting me say that I was upset about that and accepting it and not thinking I'm a total bitch and understanding that, that's how I took it. And I guess I would just say, just be careful what you say, He lived in the same town for 3.5 years. Burke changed his last name. His teachers knew. It was bad. It was really bad. Like, the school therapist was involved because Burke said, I'm never seeing your mother again. So Burke, in 4th grade.
Burke changed his last name. Did he? Oh. I'm sure they said his name when he walked the stage at ASU. I'm sure I've seen his name somewhere else. On his Instagram, maybe. So he changed his name. To what? Langer? No. He still has his father's name and he uses it. You lying twat.
He took that as he was going to kill me. So I got a call from the therapist at school saying Burke's very, very worried that his father's going to kill you. And then you've seen we've gone on cruises since then. I've invited him to California. I took care. All after that, I was the one that in 8th grade, Burke was like, I wonder what my dad looks like. I wonder if he looks any different. And I knew. So I called up Gungar and I was like, I know that you don't want to talk to me, but I think Burke wants his dad. And he's like, I'll do anything you say. So I met up with him. And then we picked Burke up from school and Gungar bought him a skateboard. And ever since then, I've been trying. Come on the cruise with us. Burke couldn't care less. Burke didn't want him on the cruise. But I thought, oh, it'll be like a family. I was just constantly trying. Damage was done. And had he even just taken responsibility and said, you know what, that was a terrible thing for me to do, no matter what, I should not have done that, and I'm so, so sorry. Burke told me yesterday, he said I would have forgiven him. But giving him money, like this summer, all of a sudden he was just giving him some money in his bank account and stuff, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't. Burke's like, I don't want money. It's not even that. And he says, I have no respect for my father. Yes, Aline, yep.
No, he has no respect for his father because you've fucking driven any chance of the two of them having any respect for each other or any type of fucking time together. It's you that put your big fucking what? Your big fat fucking nose in the middle of it. I wonder if Gungar's watching this, or your mother, or somebody else from your family. Watching you sit there and lie through your teeth. And even if they were sat beside you on the settee saying you were lying, you'd still say they were wrong, like you did in the car with Shawnee. No, 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 no.
Burke's been pretty shitty to me. And he's like, I know, Mom, I'm really sorry. You shouldn't have to go through all this. I'm so sorry. This isn't your responsibility. And I'm like, look, wait, first of all, it is my pleasure. I want to pay for his school or take out a loan and pay it back. I want to do that for my child. Like, I won't have a car payment in 6 months, and that extra money is going to go towards his school. So, yeah, maybe I'll find a way to get my lips done, or I'll do something for myself. But
Funny how Mrs. in the bobble hat was saying that it was nothing to do with you and you're not going to pay for it. Why should you have to pay for it? Blah, 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 blah. And now, because Gungor stood up and said, no, you're not fucking guilting me or conning me into signing something that I can't do. He was being honest. He hadn't got the money to pay for it. Oh, you wouldn't have to pay for it. I'd pay for it. No, you wouldn't. That's the thing.
my joy will be to do that so that selfishly, I can say I helped pay for my son to go to college. Yes, and Burke keeps saying, I'm afraid that I'm going to be like that. And I said, well, then you're not. If you don't want to be, you don't have to be. Like, I'm nothing like my mother. We always knew. Lulu, I always knew. His father was just like a time bomb waiting to happen. Like, what could have happened is he bought the ticket and then he was stressed about money because he doesn't have a job. And he was like, oh, really, I spent $350 on a ticket and Burke's going to be a jerk and maybe I don't have that money. And then we came at him with, can you please co-sign this loan? Yes, our Cracker Box Cottage. And the other thing is, so both with my mother and with Burke's father, when you have so little control and you feel like you have so little control, but there is one thing, money or signing a paper. See, we gave him way too much power by giving him that power, a terribly insecure person, the power that he could change Burke's whole future. Like, imagine.
Is this what goes on in that tiny little pea brain of yours? It's quite simple. You and Burke are twats to Gungor. You only contact him when you want something. And this time he said, fuck that, I'm out of here. So now you're trying to twist it, make it into something else that doesn't make it your fault, which it is.
Yes, Muncie, yep. The power to say no will make any little man feel big.
Fuck's sake.
Carolyn, you know what? Maybe, but you're a mom. You can't ever be a dad. I cannot be mom. When they say, your mother and father, no, I'm not father. I can't be a father. I'm a woman. Transitioning woman. Okay, I was born a man, and I'm transitioning to a woman. That's what he was going to say. I'm sure he regrets it now, but he probably blames it all on me, and even Burke wrote me this week. I felt like saying when he goes, great, you proved your point. Congratulations. I felt like saying, I'm not a winner here. This is like, I cannot stand these people that are so full of ego. Like, I don't have that ego. I love myself, and I'm secure, and I'm in front of you showing, look, I'm selling this. I'm not like going off about masks and then, by the way, so this, I don't know why I get so happy when I talk about my stuff. I don't know why. I just like, oh, right. Okay, yeah, you forgot. Mm-hmm.
You've got no ego. Really. Robbie Williams, I think that's what he called his tour, one of his tours. If you don't know who Robbie Williams is, he was in the band Take That, and then he went solo. He's huge, I'm sure you know who he is. But I think he did a tour and it was called The Ego Has Landed. That's what should be put above fucking Laurie's head.
Mm-hmm. So transparent. I want to redo it. Okay. Hi, Mandy. No, purring lady, my mother doesn't have other grandchildren. I'm her only child, and Burke's her only grandchild. Like, Burke wrote me, because in between me sending what Gungor had written, Burke wrote, I'm very sorry you had to do that. You're way too nice to a man that sucks. Okay, this is what Burke sent me. Okay? It says, deadbeat dad. When you blame the mom for everything, including why you aren't around so you don't have to take responsibility. So Burke sent me, that's the definition of a deadbeat dad. I know, hurt people hurt. I wrote that to Burke too. And then Burke said, I don't think I can find anything more prevalent. And I said, okay, you sure you want to see this? It's pages long of photos that I took of our chat. Yeah. And I said, okay, and just know that when I say to him that I feel bad that he is sad, I'm just trying to manipulate.
There you go, admitting that was the whole point of it. To try and manipulate him into signing. That's all that ever was. You don't give a shit about Gungur. He came to see you to move you. He came to your house after an operation so you could nick his tablets. When have you ever just said, let's go out as a family, when there wasn't an ulterior motive?
Because I'm just trying to get him to co-sign the loan. And right now, I'm trying not to hate him and be angry. Because, I want to kill him, right? I want to kill both of them. Not literally. It's like, I want to kill them for doing this to Burke. Like, do it to me. I can take it. Don't do it to him. He did nothing. How can you do this? How can you do this to your child? How can you do this? I don't know how he could do this. So now he has nothing. Now he has absolutely nothing. But he never had anything. Because he's just a rotten person. Yes, Arlene, Burke wanted to see what I wrote back and forth. Burke knew that Gungur wasn't going to co-sign because Burke... Hang on. Okay. I said, ask your dad and see if he can apply, because Burke was like, I need to come up with 3,000 something to be able to register for classes. And so he took out a Sally Mae loan and needed a cosigner. And I went to cosign and I got declined. So my credit's bad. So I said to him, I said, ask your dad and see if he can apply. Oh, I'll talk about my hair in a minute. It's a whole process. So I said, but you have to be nice and tell him he doesn't need to pay back the loan, that you just need a cosigner. See, I was letting him off the hook. I was going to pay. So he...
No, you weren't letting him off the hook because you were going to pay. That's how you were trying to reel him in. Oh, you don't have to pay it back. No, of course you won't have to pay it back. No, I'll do that. Yeah, of course you can pay it back when your credit's shit and you couldn't even sign for the loan and you're not working. How the fuck could you pay it back?
He says, what's my dad's email? And I said, I don't know, call him. So Burke didn't call because he doesn't listen to anything I say. I said, you can't just send him an email. You have to call and speak to him nicely and calmly, like it's Grammy. But he didn't.
Like it's Grammy and you're trying to get money out of her. See all the stuff that she's giving away in this video, and people are like, oh, she doesn't do that. She wouldn't be that. No, of course she wouldn't.
So he wrote to Gungur and said, can you please go sign on a loan with me? I'll send you the link. What's your email? And Gungur wrote, oh, Burke has him listed as deadbeat in his phone. Gungur says, isn't that sad? By now you never asked my email. Kid, you got no game on me. You are something. I can tell you that. Burke says, what's your email? Gungur writes, happy face. Burke says, I'm not in the mood for this. What is your email? I need your help, Dad. Gungur says, me too. Burke says, this is not about you. What is it? And look, deadbeat at the top. Do you see that? And he sent it to me. He goes, what the fuck is this? And I wrote, because you should have called him. He says, I'm in a meeting right now. He said, you should have waited till you could speak to him nicely. You don't do this over text. He goes, my fucking God, I don't even want him to come. The minute I said come out, he bought a ticket, and now he's ghosting like this dude is a fucking nut. I said, I just wrote him nicely explaining. Let's see what he says. And then you know what he said. It was his only power.
No. See, you're missing the whole fucking thing entirely. There's you, and there's Burke, who've never paid him an ounce of attention. Unless you want something. And this time, Gungur said no. And you can't cope with that.
And I want to kill him for what he's doing to Burke, but I also feel so sorry for him. I feel so sorry. I feel sorry for my mother. I feel sorry for people that are so messed up that they can't do what's right.
Like you.
Who's withholding? Oh, okay, let's get on to my hair. So that was my big thing that I wanted to tell all of you. I have just the shittiest family in the world. And I'd like to say I hate them, which I do, but I don't live in hate. I'm not angry anymore. It's true, Deanna. I've cut them out. I'm done trying.
No, you haven't cut them out. They cut you out. Your mother fled in the night. Gungur said, fuck you, and put the phone down. Where in all of that was you cutting them out? You haven't. She's so fucking stupid.
With people, but I haven't let Gungur have it. And when I do, it's going to be vicious. Oh, good night, Irma.
You've been saving up all the shit you want to say about Gungur, haven't you? Does she say it in this one, or was it another one where she was drunk? I'm trying to remember. But she said something about Gungo, that if anybody listening is in contact with him, they should give to him so he can fucking sue her for slander. I'll let you know if I ever find it.
Yes, Arlene. Maybe Carolyn. Stop with the mouth noises, please. Ugh. I don't know what that is.
Stop shouting at your fucking animals.
It's what it's called that I have. It's a thing that so many people have. I can't stand dogs licking. Yes. Of course, Arlene knows the answer immediately. Arlene, you would have been good at Jeopardy. And poor Alex Trebek. Like, I had to search for that. He died. Oh, I'm telling you, pancreatic cancer is a death sentence. Like a 6-month death. Okay, he lived a year and a half, but it was a terrible year and a half full of pain. I have gone off on him. I once wrote him hundreds of lines, just deadbeat dad, deadbeat dad, deadbeat dad, deadbeat dad, over and over and over. Because the court ordered in 2003.
I have gone off on him before, calling him a deadbeat dad. And now you're saying that's what Burke calls him. Wonder where Burke thought of that, or where he heard it. Burke knows you call him deadbeat dad, so that's why he's in his phone as deadbeat dad.
$70 a week because he was a waiter that he was able to hide his earnings. And that's what he gave, $70 a week for till Burke was 18. And then when he was 18, he actually owes $900, but, you know, there's no way I could have ever gotten that. Like, just because the court said $70?
How much do you think waiters earn? Really? And then you were screwing him for money for a child that you weren't letting him see. I'm surprised he even gave you the $70.
The thing that scares me is I'm an empath, and empaths attract narcissists.
Did you all hear that, folks? She's an empath. Really? Uh-huh.
How do I break that? No, Lindsay. Pom-Pom's upset that Gucci got up there. $70 is an ice cream a day. That's what all that he gave. $70 a week through DOR, because I wasn't going to chance that. And as a dad, you don't say, "Oh no, I'm going to give more," like Judge Judy would. Yeah, how do I break that? How do I find a guy that isn't like that? I have to find a guy that is completely not what I want.
Yeah, maybe the guy that was a bit of an empath that was looking after his mother would have been exactly what you needed, but not what you'll get, because they'll do 5 minutes with you and go, whoop, no.
I don't think we're talking to many people in his family right now either, because he was the only one that went to Turkey this summer to help his mother. Now, his mother had 5 kids. No, well, Burke wants me to, I think Burke wants me to date, but he's going to be worried, like, be careful. No, Burke won't ever, you're kind of right, because I can just see, like, I'm happy here, I'm happy, and Burke is, like, always trying to diss Tucson. I know.
Gave him his education, though, didn't it? You move into Tucson.
He won't ever change. I don't regret anything that I've done, because I feel like I had to try and do everything I can do. Ugh, Carolyn, it sounds so gross. You want to suck your essence. Ugh. Okay. See, I look fat sitting like this. Hey, everyone, how you doing? I forgot. I'm on TV. We're on TV. See, bad angles. Look at. Ugh.
It's not a bad angle. It's an angle. That's what you look like. The only way you can hide that is to have a big top, tight bottoms, and stand up.
Hi, boys! Oh my goodness. What? Do. How do? How about hot-do-dos? We're on TV.
Anyone else fucking hate it when she does this bollocky talk to the animals? Then she'll get Pom-Pom all fucking worked up because she thinks it's playtime, and then she'll say, "Oh, go away now, I'm bored with you."
We're on TV. You know she's ready. I am getting thinner, actually. This is just a really bad angle. I don't give a shit. Let them take. Okay, here. Take this snapshot, post it, and you can all laugh. There you go. Flat boobs. Oh my gosh, look so terrible. Oh, you waited for me to come on so you can take a picture. Oh my god, I went on to HRH's thread on the gossip site the other day. They are so happy that she's gained some weight. They are relishing in the fact that she gained some weight.
You never go on the Gossip Bakery, though, do you?
What evil bitches. Hi, boys. Like, who the fuck cares? I don't care if she's gained or lost. I really don't give a shit about her. Like, you know, other than maybe a fleeting thought, oh, wow, she's gained some weight back because she's starving herself.
Why are you reading her thread then? If you don't care.
Stop saying that, Carolyn. This top makes me look so fat. It does. It's like a fat top. But I've actually lost a lot. Boo-boo, Lopi. And baby loves mummy. Like Burke, when he was little, he always would want to snuggle with me because my mother was too bony and I was soft. Soft and cuddly. Who doesn't want soft and cuddly? Would you rather cuddle with a metal table or would you rather cuddle with a couch? It's like Bella. You don't want to cuddle with a chihuahua. You want to cuddle with a fluffy, fluffy teddy bear jump. You AKC teddy bear jump.
Do you hear that? You don't want to cuddle with a chihuahua. That just about sums up Bella's life, doesn't it, really?
That's you breathe. A teddy bear jug. Pom-Pom Langer slept with Mommy last night. Yeah. She slept with Mommy and so did Gucci. Yeah, you're wagging your tail. I can hear. I can hear the tail. That's you happy. That's you happy thing. It lets Mommy know that happy dog wags and I can go wagging off. Yes, I can go. I'm getting tired because you. Oh, Bobo. Too close. You're too close. Let's do exercises. Okay, look at that. Pom-Pom.
She thinks she's the only person in the world that can do that. Sad, really, isn't it? Look at Gucci's face. What the fuck is she doing now? What is that thing?
Look at those. Solid. Look at solid muscle. Look at it. It's not moving. It's all down here. It's all right there. All right there. Can you guys see that? I'm very proud of that. This isn't even my leg that has the good. Bottom of my dirty feet. That has the good muscle. This isn't my strongest. My strongest is this one. Look at that. Okay, can you go? Please go. Go.
See? Wind her up. Get her all excited and then push her away.
He's doing exercises. Sometimes I lay in bed like this. Is that weird? Can you guys do this? Is this extra flexible that I can do this?
No.
Is this weird that I'm doing this? I can't read what you're writing. There, if you don't look at that, this looks thin, right? Legs look thin. Oh, and the haters, they hate it when I say thin ankles. Look at my thin ankles. I have good ankles. 100%. Hi, Callie Chaos. I have muscles. That's a little bit weird. Super youthful feet. Look at the feet.
Is that a thing? Youthful feet? Never heard that saying before.
Look at that. Look at that. Woof. Okay, let's see the quad. You see the quad? Look at the quad. Oh, I die over a good quad. I could sit here and flex my quad all night.
Really?
You need the jaws of life to open your legs. Thank you, because I'm not saying how old I am on the dating site. I'm trying to make money on foot porn. I'm trying, but nobody's paying. Give me a site on where to get. I want to make money on foot porn. There's a need. And I have cute feet. I even have a scar. Look at that, though. That's bad. See, that's what happens. Oh, wait, when I stand up. When I stand up, it's there.
Everyone looks better when they stand up.
We lift that up so that you don't have... I still have a ways to go, you guys. I got up there. He thinks I'm sexy. How old is he? Oh, he's 25, too young.
Are you trying to say that a 25-year-old boy's watching this and saying that you're sexy? Please. If you're his mother, take him and get his head read.
I want to make money with my feet. I'm seriously. Like, why not? I have no problem with that. I would make money with anything that I can. I have an OnlyFans channel. You guys have no idea. So you think you just go OnlyFans and people can search? No. You have to advertise somewhere. And I'm certainly not going to advertise to my demographic, which is 60-year-old women. So I have an OnlyFans. My sexy feet, something like that. Where do I advertise? You can't just search on OnlyFans. I know, Megan, people pay big. Upload a video to Pornhub. That's a good idea. Do I have to? I already created an Instagram account and put up pictures of my feet. And I did get some people saying, oh, I want to pay you, but they wanted to do some Google Play card. And I was like, yeah, I'm not falling for that. TikTok. I don't know anything about TikTok. I know I really should. I don't want to start doing TikTok. You don't get paid on TikTok, so.
Yeah, people do get paid on TikTok. And you tried TikTok and you were shit at it. So that's why you don't want to do TikTok. Right, I'm going to stop here, folks. Now that I've got the Gungor story. and I may do the rest of it tomorrow. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do the rest of this live, and I will go with the majority. So thanks for getting to the end with me if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.